So, as promised, here's the full review of the Insta360 Go. Now, after owning this for a few months, I'm ready to go deep into the functions and my experience with this Insta360 Go. To help you navigate better, here are the timeline for all the different things I'll be talking about. Before we move ahead, I'll highly recommend you to watch the video which we did the unboxing for the Insta360 Go, as the accessories and the different items will be mentioned there. Now, with that out of the way, let's go to the first thing about the Insta360 Go. Basic functions. Now, let's talk about the basic functions of the Insta360 Go. Once you tap it once, you will get a vibration and this will be the quick capture recording. If you double tap it, you will feel vibration and that will be a time-lapse recording. If you tap it 3 times, you will get the time-lapse recording. Now, after the ending of each of the modes which will be recorded, it will end with a vibration, which will allow you to know when the clip ends. There's also a mode called interval recording, which will randomly record clips throughout the day until the battery or the memory of this Insta360 Go runs out. For the 3 basic modes to run smoothly and the various options available, you want to keep your Insta360 Go app updated. Now, there are various accessories that come with the Insta360 Go, but I'm just going to show you guys 2 of my favorite ones and I'm going to show you clips that you can get out of it. Now, the first one is the pivot stand. Putting this to various angles, it can help you create a very interesting storytelling. Now, it's going to be boring for me to just keep mentioning about what this can do. Let me show you. From this clip which I put together, it's a very simple storytelling of me going shopping in IKEA for different items. Now, you can practically put this anywhere to be able to give a very interesting perspective to your vlogs or for your videos. Now, if I've not mentioned, this Insta360 Go itself is actually waterproof. With a rating of IPX4, it can submerge into the water for up to 10 seconds. So do not expect to go diving with it, but it itself is actually quite an interesting tool to be able to give you a different perspective even in the water. Now, let's talk about my second favorite accessories that come with it. Now, this is the magnetic pendant. So what you can do is that basically you remove this from the pivot stand. You want to put the white side here facing outwards and this inner side to put beneath your shirt. Now, basically take this Insta360 and place it right here. So there are 2 magnets inside this magnetic pendant that will help you to align this Insta360 Go upright. So what kind of clips can we get shooting it here? Now, I've put together another clip in its native Insta360 Go app where I walk around IKEA, so just take a look. So that was the clip of me walking throughout IKEA. You can imagine different options of you going for your family trips or different interesting places using this small little thing. Now, there are other accessories such as the cap clip, which you put on top of the cap, and other accessories that come along with it. But honestly, throughout my few months with this Insta360 Go, I seldom use them. So I will not go into further details about them. The fun factor of this is really small, so you will not be able to record a full day of clips, but you can record up to 53 different clips of 30 seconds each. Now, if you find that limiting, you can recharge into the charging case, which provide another 3 lifetimes for this Insta360 Go. Basically, just open it up and you can see that there are pins up here. So align the pin here. So you will want to align the pin here towards the charging case here and it clips. So to ensure it's charged, you will want to see the light that's indicated here and the light that is indicated at the side here, depending on orange, red or green. The capacity will have different colors to indicate the different charging levels. Now, not only is this camera really small, it still has stabilization. Can you believe it? Now, the stabilization of this camera is called the flow state stabilization. is a 6-axis stabilization, which will be able to stabilize your footage as you move on the go. Now, a lot of my bigger cameras out there has only a 5-axis stabilization, so it's really quite impressive. But how impressive? Now let's take a look at a clip which I walked downstairs and you can see how stable it is. Now this is me going down the stairs of the level 2 of IKEA into level 1. You can see that I'm just walking naturally and the shake is quite a lot, but the footage is quite stable. Now I bet you find that clip rather impressive. Now if you're not already bought over, I'm going to show you guys a clip which I vlogged with this Insta360 Go. So do take note of the stabilization along with the audio quality, which I experiment with different environments at the back of my park. Sound that you are hearing and me walking at the back of my park, you can see the stabilization and also hear the audio here. There is some construction at the area around me, so you can have a sensing of how the sound quality is like with some ambient noise. Although it is near the highway, you can hear that the sound is slightly lesser, but there is still a very obvious ambient noise. We are along the roadside, but it's a much quieter place than where we were before. And so this is the audio quality as you're in here. And as you can see, it's about to rain, so let's move on to another last place to conclude the quality test of this camera. So we are in a quieter place, and I believe comparing with the last two, this one the audio will be much clearer as there isn't so much of ambient noise, but you can hear for yourself how the quality is. If not, let's head on back. So that was a brief video of me walking at the back of my park, experimenting with the vlogging features. Now, you know where was the mic located? Mic located is right here at the top. Now, with such a small opening, you did expect the audio to be not so good. But it is what it is. I was not able to attach or have another audio equipment with me, so that was the raw footage that you got out of recording with this. So now let's move on to two other interesting functions called the slow motion and the barrel roll. Now the slow motion is a little bit tricky as you have to tap it 3 times and feel a vibration before the clip records. So to be safe this time around, I put it on a tripod and record remotely using my mobile phone. So here are the slow motion clips which I got out of it. I know it isn't that impressive, and in fact it still has a 10 to 20% crop. I realized it comparing my 1080p footages, this has a 10 to 20% crop once I put it into Premiere Pro for editing. The slow motion I would say is actually quite okay, but isn't one of the features of this Insta360 Go that I will boast to others of. So the next function is called barrel roll. Now barrel roll is an interesting editing function which will spiral your footage. So barrel roll isn't a recording mode, it's an editing mode. So you can do that in post-production in the Insta360 Go app.
How to do the barrel roll? Basically, just go to album and select the clip which you want to edit. Now let's select this clip of me running. So this is the raw clip. Alright, me running this way. Okay, so let's edit a little bit more. I want to increase the back just a bit more. Alright, okay, it looks a bit crazy, but let's put it just about here. So now what you want to do is to hold the screen, and then this will come out. Now it will start at about 0, and you want to end it about negative 360. Right? Simply tap the screen, and then this is how you get the barrel roll.
So there you go, you have a clip with a barrel roll effect. Now night capabilities. Is this Insta360 Go really good at night? Let's roll a clip which I did jogging a while ago, and you can see how well it performs during the night. So as you can see from this clip, I'm actually jogging around my estate in the night, and the full state stabilization is still there. But unfortunately, it looks really grainy compared with during the day. So I'll safely say this Insta360 Go doesn't really perform very well at night. You can see due to the graininess and the low light capabilities, it isn't having very nice footages. So the graininess is definitely quite a lot. But if not looking for quality footages, I guess this still does the job. So if you aren't really bought over by this little thing, let's talk about the Insta360 Go native app and editing. Now in its native Insta360 Go app, you're able to add this option called Color Plus. Now what difference does it make to the clips? Let me roll a footage side by side with and without the Color Plus to show you the difference. So for all those who are planning to edit in its native app, let me show you some of the features you get along with it. Here is a tutorial which I put together, and I'll run you through some of the things interesting about the Insta360 Go native app. After you have get the Insta360 Go native app installed, you'll be brought to the homepage, which you can see recent videos that have been uploaded here by the users. Once you go over to your stories, you'll be able to see some of the templates that are available here. Depending on the genre of clips you are shooting, there are actually options to choose from. Let's check this first one out, called the Daily Hustle. Now there's also one which I really like, called this Speed Ram 2. So once you have decided on the theme, simply click on it and it will prompt you to select the clips for the themes. Do keep in mind that you will not be able to rearrange the sequence of the clips after you have chosen them, so select them in the proper sequence in mind. As you select your clips, you will be able to trim them. So here's an example. As you open the clip, you want to browse which part you want it have it trimmed. Proceed to select the scissors trim key and you should be able to see the icon highlighted in yellow. In here you see symbolizing the start of the clip. Once you are done editing the start of the clip, you can move on to the second scissors, which you are editing the end of the clip. So it's a long process, but you want to do this for all the clips that you have selected, and then once you're ready, simply click preview or export to see the final clip. So if you're like me and you edit in Premiere Pro, how does it work for you? So you have to basically just take a wire and plug this into your computer or PC and be able to upload the footages there. Just note that the footages there are actually in its own format of its own. So you need to download a plugin which is available at Insta360 Go website, and you should be able to read it in Adobe Premiere Pro. But take note that time-lapse and slow motion functions are not available in the Premiere Pro editing software. So you still have to use their Insta360 Go app, either the PC or the mobile version, to be able to export the files before bringing it to Premiere Pro for editing. So what do I really think about this Insta360 Go? I really love it and will give a rating 9 out of 10. Now with just a price tag about 200 USD, you're able to do so much interesting things with this little device. You can see that the app is actually really friendly and has so many different options for you to choose from. It is not as complicated to learn editing with its native software, whereas you're planning to learn it on a Premiere Pro or in Final Cut. You're simply able to just select the footages, trim the start and the end, and piece it together into a nice compilation video. You don't even have to select the sound clips, as the music itself comes along with the themes. Not to mention that this thing also comes with so many different accessories. This pivot stand here, magnetic pendant here, the cap clips, this other clip here, this wall mount. So among all these accessories, you really have all you need. But if you want to have a little bit more options, you can just get a selfie stick to hyper extend this little thing out. Now I'm hardly giving high scores to cameras out there nowadays because there are actually flaws that come out with a lot of them. But with this, the pros definitely outweigh the cons. Wow, this is one of the longest videos which I've ever created, but I hope you guys find this video helpful and informative. Please don't be shy and leave me some comments down below. What do you like about this particular video and what I could have taught a little bit more on. Now if you've liked this video and you want to know how this fares as a vlogging camera compared with other camera lineups, please click the video right here. I compare this camera with the other Sony cameras which I have, which cost so much more, to see which one has better vlogging value. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you have not done so yet, so that you'll be up to date with my video content. If not, I'll see you guys in the next video.